Welcome to Tablenauts. My name is Max.
I'm Doolin.
And if you're following along, you're in the right spot. This is our 30 through 21 best board games of all time. Doolin and Max edition. If you haven't already, there will be previous videos 50 through 41 and 40 through 31.
Maybe this one will be the one we start with. Sorry.
Make sure you check those out beforehand. If you need any context for what we're doing here, let's jump right into things with my number 30 board game of all time. This is City of the Great Machine by Crowdy Games, designed by German Tikhomorov.
Oh, I made a mistake.
You forgot it?
It should be there.
You forgot it?
I think it is in like that 60 range. It's somewhere around
It's in your
there.
top 50.
I need to check.
It's in your top 50.
It's not.
This is a wonderful hidden move. I hesitate to even say hidden movement because it's not hidden movement. Yeah, it's not hidden movement the same way other games are.
I know where you are on the board. I just don't know where you're moving.
Yeah, and I know where you are. I just don't know where you're moving to. Mm-hmm. You're each like picking your actions, and on your turn, you're gonna have to do something. Mm-hmm. I say you because that's the way we've played it so far.
Yeah.
Play as the Great Machine, and your job is to, I don't even know, arrest us. We're a rebellion.
Slow you down enough to where I can change the whole city to be as good as possible.
No. Wow.
That's what the rules say. The rules say
you should believe it.
You should believe your side is the good guys.
Yeah.
So,
and then I play as the rebellion, and we are trying to get people to rise up and revolt
against the robots
with us.
Yeah.
And our goal is to cause 3 revolts, if I'm not mistaken, as well as there's some other things you can do too.
Yes.
Super shocking to me as to how good it was.
Oh man, it's amazing.
I think this game is wonderful, and I have never had a bad play of it. It is crunchy, like it's got quite a bit to it.
Yeah.
It is anxiety inducing. I remember the last time we played, Kenny had to go. He had to go pick up his daughter from school. And he said that like the car drive there and back, he was just anxious, thinking about the game. He wasn't even at the table. It was me and you at the table playing the game. But he was like, oh my God, like I can't stop thinking about what's going to happen. And it is just awesome. I think that Crowdy really knocked it out of the park with this one. We've yet to play with the expansions, but I like the theme, the steampunk Victorian-esque, like moving city. It is just, the more I think about it, the more I want to play it. It was one that I contemplated for our 10x10 as well. I think it's just a wonderful game.
Legitimately, it's so fun, and it's one of those that I think can grow with plays. Yeah. Like that meta,
and a lot of improvement. Like I feel like you can actually get better at this game.
My number 30 is one that I think will eventually be in your top 50.
Good.
But this is one that has not come out yet, and it's an Ivy Studios game. Called 10.
I knew exactly what it was.
I freaking love 10.
It's so good.
So much so, and I've defended it in our comments where people have come onto our video of like what we put out, and they're like,
these people, they just got paid to say these things.
And I was like, actually, I went and backed like the heaviest amount of I could back, and I don't own this game.
Yeah.
And they didn't pay me a dime. So really, joke's on me. They sent me it, and then they were like, sorry, Doolin, you don't get anything else. You just get to try it.
Yeah.
And now Doolin's going to go pay a bunch of money for it because it's an amazing game.
It's really good.
This is, and I'm sorry, I shouldn't come out. Like, none of you guys who are watching this are probably those people. Like, they showed up for that video.
But if you are.
Ha! But I love this. I go to that video if you really want a lot of my, like, articulated thoughts on this, because we're talking about 50 games, 100 games in one night. But this is Stardew Valley mixed with like Polyomino mixed with Push Your Luck over here with like all the I don't know. There's just so much. The farming is fun, like and you're gifting to your friends to get really to benefit yourself. Man, solo, I can't wait to play it solo.
I actually just played solo twice last night.
I heard.
Yeah.
How did that go?
Not as well as I wanted it to go. It wasn't a bad game. It wasn't my greatest showing play. Okay. I literally played it one time and I was like, I need to do better. And I played it all over again and scored 2 points less. And I was like, dang it. I didn't do it. I love 10 too. This will be in my top 50 when it comes out. Number 29. It's a game I've actually never played in person. Only played on Board Game Arena, but I loved it on Board Game Arena.
I don't know why I'm looking at my and I think it's going to be a clue as to what yours is.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I would love to own this game. This is published by Karma Games,
Crisps.
designed by Jumal Juju, if I'm correct in that, and that is Clans of Caledonia.
Dang, you almost got it.
Yeah, you were really close. Started with the C. Clans of Caledonia is great. One of my preferred Euros. I love it, dude.
I don't
It's
know
been
how
a
to
while
play.
since I've played it.
Can we play and
Yes.
you like show me how to play?
No.
Okay.
Yes, we can play. No, I can't show you because it's been a hot minute since
Okay.
I've played. I will have forgotten.
Do you think that you would want to ever own this?
Yes. Yeah, for sure. I played it probably almost 30 times on Board Game Arena. I mean, I've played a lot of Clans of Caledonia now. Now, I've probably played 20 of those in a 4-month span, but I have yet to revisit in a while.
I want to play.
I really like this game. It is just like...
It looks like Cones of Dunshire to me.
Kind of, yeah. It is like this standard-looking Euro, but I just have so much fun with it. I don't even know how to describe it. You have like variable player powers. You're like engaged with each other on the same map because it's not like Caverna, which I also love.
Is
but
it-
like you're doing your own thing?
Area majority control?
Yes,
a little
actually.
bit? Okay.
Not really.
Yeah.
But there is an element of that. There is an element of that in the game, and it is just one of those things where like being in each other's face and being able
gets
to like
congested on that
it does, and you can like kind of hijack other people's spots to like get cheaper discounts on things too. I just think it's a wonderful game and one that like just shocked me when I played it. I was like, oh, I hope it's fun. And I really like it. Now, it probably could have fallen just due to a lack of plays, but it's one that I don't see any reason to, really. It might eventually. Not yet.
My number 29 is one that will gradually probably fall out of my top 50 just because I can't really play it ever again. But it is one of the like best moments I've ever had playing a game with Emily.
I know what it is.
And it is
Corey
the
Konitska? Corey Konitska.
It is The Initiative by Unexpected Games and Corey Konitska, and that's his company that he created. And this was, I think, his first game from Unexpected
I think so.
Games. And talk about an unexpected game. And it's really hard to actually kind of talk about this without spoiling the experience. But there's just a lot that I'd never experienced in a legacy game that this brought to the table. I mean, there's a comic book that you're going through as you play, and it's almost in a like Jumanji-esque world because these kids find this board game at a garage sale, and then real life things start happening to them, and you're playing as these kids playing the game, and that's neat to me. Is like there's a like what's the
meta?
Yeah, like what's the Inception-y style style to the game. There's a lot of secrets to this game. I'm not even confident Emily and I found them all, which is even more exciting.
Yeah.
It's like I wonder if somebody else has like other things to say about this, or I wonder if they missed some of the really cool ones.
They've got to be working on a sequel, right? I feel like they have to be.
It did. I don't know how well it did. Is the thing.
Oh, I think it did pretty well.
Do you think so?
I mean, what the heck do I know? But I think it probably did.
I only know of Jeff and Jamie also loving this.
Oh, really? I've heard good things about it. Never
but
played it, but
it's very fun. I love it, and would highly recommend it to those of you, especially as a couple game, or at least one other person that you're willing to play the game multiple times,
repeatedly.
At least 30 plays is what it's going to
wow,
be.
yeah. My number 29 is my third entry from this one company. It is also the highest, I believe, and that is Imperial Spells and Steam, published by Level 99 Games and designed by Trade Chambers.
Yeah, we like Level 99.
Yeah, I do. I very much do. This is a train game, and it is an engine building game. It's not train game, it's in the 18xx sense or anything like that, but you are a conductor of magical trains, and your goal is to collect resources.
It's a bit of an engine building game.
Oh, absolutely is.
Which
Yeah,
is, like,
hilarious.
hilarious.
Kind of meta. It's like a pick up and deliver, and it's just really fun. The components, the colors, so vibrant. The way that you cycle and go up the track and then back down, and like the efficiency of doing that. Like you build the engine to do it well, but you also have to like time things right. There's quite a lot you can do. A lot of awesome power ups. You build your thing up to not only be like efficient but also strong, and like you've got different allies that allow you to jump around the map and accumulate things different ways. But it is ultimately still a race game where you're vying for resources and you need to be the first one to get it, and timing things like that is just I just love that. It tickles my brain in the right way.
My number 28, we're getting to the point where I need to stop saying it's too low.
Yeah, it's
for
getting
what you
too
think.
low.
But like I think
Is this going to be a crossover? Not a double crossover. My 27.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think you like this game as much as me.
Ah.
I think that you think this is a baby game a little
Oh.
bit.
Okay.
You used to love it. Now you still might. say
As a
you
baby?
like it. in our
Goo Goo
Inception-
Gaga?
And this is one of our very first videos. I
King
think.
Domino.
No, this is Calico.
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 It did fall off. It was in there, and I was like, I haven't played in a long time.
Yeah.
Greg, I still think it's a great game, but I've not played this in a long time.
Which this company, like
AEG
Flat Out,
Mhm.
Flat Out Games, is like always piquing my interest in terms of like I don't think they're going to be like the best game ever. Like they're not going to be super complicated, but they're going to be well made and well thought out.
Is this your number one AEG Flat Out game?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Which means probably no, considering he's lied to me several times. So of course this-
Verdant is my probably second favorite.
Okay.
Fit to Print is up there, and then Cascadia is my least favorite of all of them. Even though I like Cascadia to some degree,
it's also my least favorite.
it's just not like I know that people love it. I think we may have had I don't know though. I've gotten it back to it plenty of times. It's just the other ones are better.
Yeah.
Legitimately.
I think Cascadia, well, this isn't even about Cascadia. Let's not talk
Calico.
about Cascadia.
Calico though is
Brain Bernie. It hurts.
which is funny to say about a game that has very little like choice in terms of
No
on your
brains
turn.
or fire.
You know, like there's like 3 things. You just got to pick one of them.
But
right?
it's hard.
And then you got to figure out where you're going to place them. But that concealed board, inlay board of quilting, which
Yeah.
is just so cute, is one that you will stare at, and
Oh,
you will. It really will teach you about life, which is
Yeah,
you
probably.
start off with all of these great ideas,
Yeah.
and then you realize that you only have time for a few of them.
Yep. You're gonna have to make cuts. You're gonna have to make some tough decisions. And what do they say? Collier. I forgot the term. Don't even worry about it.
Always be calling.
That's the one. That's what they were gonna say. The classic term. Always be Cullen. Kill your darlings is what I was thinking
your
of.
darlings.
Of course, my mind went to Cole.
It's all that.
Yeah.
The whole game, really. Like it's kind
Oh,
of sad.
you wanted Felix the cat? No, thank you. He's not coming to your board.
Every time we play this now after our video,
Mm-hmm.
Emily and I always are like A BB
CC. Hey, BB, CD.
Like it's just fun.
I played Knitting Circle.
Do you like it?
It's good.
Do you like it as much as Calico?
No,
Okay,
it's good.
we'll play it. Emily and I will definitely play it. But
I'll be interested to see what you have to say about it. My number 27. I don't know where
27.
this is on your 27. Is this a crossover? I'm just gonna ask that every time.
there's no way.
This is Nemesis by Awaken Realms.
Great game.
It is
Surprised that it's actually fallen a little bit even more.
Yeah, does it really surprise you though? We haven't played it much.
we haven't played it
Last time we played, we had like a literal meme video uploaded to our Instagram of you all sitting around the table being like, haha, this game's great. And then it pans to me sitting on the couch on my phone. It's just like, hello, darkness, my old friend.
Zoom in and like you give like a little smile.
Because
amazing.
I got killed really early.
Yeah.
But like, that's Nemesis, baby.
Yeah.
Get over it.
Yeah.
That's just the nature of the game.
I mean, you could also like win the game within 20, 30 minutes by getting on an escape pod.
And I could have been the meanest boy in school that one time we played, where I was.
We had already won the game.
I know,
All of
but
us.
I could have won it just myself.
Yeah.
And God, Doolin, you don't know the restraint I showed that day.
So here's the thing.
I wanted so badly.
I would
to
have
just
been
say,
fine with it.
You.
It was like already 1 or something like in the morning, and we were like, "This is gonna last another 30 minutes." Max, do you really want to? Like,
Yeah, because I would have had to take turns.
Yeah,
to
plenty.
get out.
And we would have to like keep spawning things, and like, there's a chance you could have killed everyone, like yourself and everyone.
Nah, I would have been fine. I wanted to do that so bad.
It was funny though. I was hoping that you were like the villain though.
Oh my
Like,
god!
yeah,
if
and,
I
like-
was the euphoria.
Yeah, that would have been insane.
What is your number?
27.
27.
My number 27 is a polyomino game. And I think it's actually one of the best ones available. I think that BGA is a bit of a disservice to yourself if you only
Planet
play.
Unknown.
Yeah. Planet Unknown.
I'm sorry. I just like
You're
to
fine.
guess. I'm not
No,
sure.
you're right. I think if you play Planet Unknown strictly on BGA, you will come away thinking this is fine. It's good. It's not the best. It's fine. But I think that sitting around the table, having the objectives where I'm racing only the person beside me, having the variable maps that you can throw out there. I've also fallen in love with this game solo, like the solo deck that you play with. You can also bring in to the multiplayer game, which is interesting. To defend this game just slightly, I think that there is more to it than just like a typical polyomino where you're trying to fill the board as efficiently as possible. I love the track system. It almost feels a bit like a good rolling right, gives you that feeling of bouncing, right?
Yeah.
And Planet Unknown gives me that like tenfold.
It can for sure.
And I also think that like there's just something about this game that my brain just gets, because like whether I'm playing with randos or with you guys, like I'm either in first or second. Like I'm up there, and I think that it's just one of those that I get.
Maybe that's why
and
I don't
my brain, like my brain just is attracted to like every turn. I'm like, oh, but I can put this here and like this shape. That if I can get that shape next time, like it's gonna fit perfectly right there. And if it's specifically this one that's like on the rondelle, and like I get it before somebody else does, like it's gonna be the perfect color to fit right there. And like, oh man, but I just love it.
Yeah, maybe you winning is why this is not as good as Wild West. Sorry, pardon the laptop. Our phone died, so now I have a laptop here.
I'm not gonna spoil myself. I don't want to know.
Number 26. Also new to me this year. Purchased this at Gen Con. Rebel Princess Deluxe Edition.
Oh wow!
Published by Bezier Games.
Wow!
I really like
I'm
it.
happy that you know what I gotta change my system around so that like games that came out this year actually do make it, and like very few of them did. But this is a great game.
I'm not that stringent.
I used to be
Strict?
the opposite. Like I used to have like only games that came out this year.
Yeah.
My top 10
All
of my
culture
top
to
20
me.
or yeah.
Rebel
But
Princess is one of
This is good.
my favorite trick-taking games. I just have a delightful time with it. It is an anti-trick-taking game, I guess, in which you don't want to win the tricks.
Ever, really.
The prince suit are negative points because you are a princess, and the production is great. The theme is great.
Mm-hmm.
It is just like classic Pocahontas, Mulan, Cinderella, whatever. They all have their own special abilities, and you're trying to not collect princes. Princes are seen as like marriage proposals, and you're a strong, independent woman. You don't need no marriage proposal. And I just have so much fun with this game. I also
Like Brave.
think that kind of like for you, Planet Unknown, something about this game kind of works with me. I seem to always do pretty well. I'm not saying I'm brilliant. I'm not a brilliant mind or anything, but this one in particular,
Good movie.
I'm able to just kind of navigate
Beautiful.
myself through, and I just have such a blast with it. The little wrinkles.
It's funny.
Yeah, it's super funny.
when one person's getting like everything.
Yeah, the wrinkles from the round cards, the abilities
best
from the
part.
princesses, and like the I forget the proper name for it, but the bell of the ball. It's not actually that, but it's something like that, where you get the frog and all the princesses or princes, and you actually get negative 10 points. Like it's just such a random thing that like you're never gonna go for that, but if it works out, you're like, guys, if I get this next one, like it is so brilliant. I just have such a fun time playing this game. It is it's reminiscent of Skull King for me in the sense that it's just laughs galore when we're playing this game. I just have such a fun time.
No.
What is your number 26, Doolin?
My number
26.
My number 26 is a game that I played in person, and Kyle taught it to us, and then played it a ton on BGA and fell in love with the game, and that is Heat.
Heat. Yeah.
I think my favorite racing game of all time. It's just really great. I love the like in BGA we've played with the ability to draft cards at the beginning of the game, which are variably like good, and then on top of that you can add in some wrinkles of weather and like all that stuff. And the more I play this, the more I'm like, this is so good, and it's a perfect balance for me of I feel like there's some strategy while at the same time some luck, and how much am I willing to push that luck, and then do I have enough to kind of like I don't know, balance out that strategy. And I've always loved the very last turn of this game.
Yeah.
That exciting little finish where there are 2 hard cuts can change everything. And
Yeah.
I've gone from clearly in first to fourth. I've gone from fifth to zooming out in head, and it can just change everything if you play your cards correctly. And Heat's a fantastic game. I think that if you're into any sort of racing game at all, like, you have to try it.
My number 25, Doolin, this has got to be on your list somewhere. Star Wars Shatterpoint.
Maybe.
It's gotta be. It's gotta be. I struggled.
Love that game.
I struggled with where to put
Thank
this
you for
one.
putting it on your list.
Oh my god, did you not?
I think Kenny was afraid to.
I was a little afraid to too. Because it is unique, but I just said screw it eventually and tossed it
cares?
on there.
No, Shatterpoint's amazing.
I have such a fun time with this one. It's a miniature skirmish game. Kenny and I were into Kill Team for a while there, which I still love, like the lore of Kill Team and the grim, dark universe. But
A
it was
faster,
just
more
Kenny and
efficient
I.
game of Warhammer.
Yeah, exactly. And Kill Team's awesome and beautiful minis to paint, whatever. But it was just Kenny and I, and then Shatterpoint instantly had Jash and Doolin like on the hook, and like you didn't even want to get into it at first. You're like, I'm scared.
I knew it was a money pit.
Yeah, which it kind of has, but it's not been too bad, right? It's not been too bad. And it gives you the hobbying aspect. The miniatures are beautiful. I love painting those minis. It's not something I do as much as I would like. I would love to spend more time kind of zenning out and just painting and listening to music and stuff, but I don't. But playing it is just delightful. It is less complex than anything like 40K. It's less complex than Kill Team, but it's still a lot. It's still got a lot of meat on its bones. Just super fun. It's a lot of abilities pinging off each other, a lot of dice rolls, and it's different. It's unique. It's a miniature skirmish
100%.
game. We don't have any of those on our list elsewhere that I'm aware of, and that one is deeply fun. So
Love it.
that's it for me.
Love it so much.
Number 25.
Number 25 for me is one that will surprise you how low it is, probably. Again, 25 is still one of my favorite games of all time.
Wonderful.
But this is Sagrada, which is a dice.
I vaguely am, and I'm kind of not.
Yeah, I've played this a lot, and like on the app, I've played it a ton. But also, it's just one that, like, I think 2 years ago, Emily and I played probably at least once a week for most of the year.
Yeah.
And it was just one of those that we love to return
Like
to.
a comfort game.
Yeah, for sure. And it still kind of is. Like, I mean, like, it's beautiful. Like, people who say it doesn't have a theme, like, I'll go ahead and tell you, it does. I saw the real thing, and it looks exactly like it. And in Barcelona. And
Have you seen the Sagrada?
but Sagrada, like, we even played it recently.
Yeah.
And I loved that you guys actually still would say, like, it's a really good game. Like, it's just...
I think it reminded us all how good that game is. Yeah.
It's just a solidly made, fun time and it doesn't overstay its welcome.
No.
It's like, I don't know. It's beautiful. Love it, and would play it just about any
Totally agree.
any week.
Yeah, I very much agree. It's a wonderful game. Absolutely. My number 24, designed by designed by Christian Martinez, published by Madagot, is Inish.
Oh wow!
I think it is a wonderful
really good. It
area
is good.
control game with a heavy drafting element, and it is unlike something like Blood Rage where you're going from age to age and getting new cards. You're doing like the same 16 cards, and so that like you're gaining the knowledge of what's in the deck and what other people around you are doing, and just trying to draft the best hand for the current situation is brutal. I think it is just a really great game. The one caveat that keeps it from being even higher is that sometimes those endings can just be like rug pulled out from under you.
Yeah,
and
sure.
I think that is genuinely a skill issue in many ways, but also I have heard that the expansion is not necessary but really good. Seasons of Inish, so I would love to try that too. It's one we've played a handful of times, and every time I'm just like, man, this is beautiful. It's so like elegant. I just think Inish is really well made, and it's just like it flows, it makes sense, everything is like just picture perfect.
Number 24
Mm-hmm.
has not popped up on your list, but I wonder if it will. It's very new.
It will. I know what you're talking about.
Okay.
I'm so good at guessing.
How do you know what I'm talking about?
I don't. I think I do. I think I do.
This is
Is it is it over here? So I'm not spoiling the camera. Is it this?
Yeah.
Yep. See,
Okay.
I got you.
Max is incredible. Number 24 has the potential to rise, I think.
Yeah.
Especially over the next year. But this is a game that is, if you want to talk about unique games, and you want to talk about like my love for Brian Boru, where you have some area control and you got some trick taking. Well, this is a game that does it even better, in my opinion, and that is Arcs. Love Arcs.
You know, since it's right here.
So
This is the only game we've done this with, but it's right here. So why not? Why not show the camera?
Leader games might be talked about again at some point.
Maybe. I don't know.
But Arcs is they've done such a good job with this. I know that I like 2 years ago, I think there was like some chatter of like, maybe this isn't gonna work out. Like maybe this won't be very good. And I've played this 5 or 6 times, maybe more, because we played it quite a few times at Gen Con, and have loved every minute that I've spent in this world. Finally got my first win, which felt really good. Like I felt really smart. Like I'm finally grokking this game.
It was the merge.
It was Kenny's fault. But like I love Arcs, and we haven't even touched the campaign.
No,
which I assume
barely touched leaders and lore.
Yeah, which I assume can only add to it, right?
Yeah,
like I don't know.
I'm very excited to. You might hear more about that later. Number 23 is kind of honestly, number 23 and 24 Inish are kind of surprising to be this high. Yeah. I loved it so much, listed it twice.
But nothing high.
It's number 23 and 24. It just gets 2 slots. Kind of surprising that they're both this high. I really like them both. This one is a game I haven't played in 2 years, which is why it's so surprising to be high, I think. But it is published by ELO, designed by Steve Finn. It is Biblios. I love Biblios.
They published Biblios? Wow.
Yeah, okay. I mean, they're one of many publishers, but in America, I think currently they're publishing. Biblios is just...
fell out of my top 50, but...
It's so fun.
It's very good.
It's so fun. It is just like...
You're consistent,
wonderful.
Man. That was number 18. So that hasn't fallen too far.
It is just great. I actually gave this to Jeff and Jamie and of course I like gave it away right before it became hard to get a hold of. And so now it's like I gotta pay like $45 for a copy back, which I think is worth it. It's a great game.
Isn't there like a crappy second version?
I think The King and Me, I will certainly be attempting to acquire a copy. I know Kenny has a copy, but again, box was destroyed in the move. He doesn't have the book box. Like, I want Biblios. I love Biblios. I think it is just such, and I'm going to use the same word that I use for Inish. It's so elegant in like I pick one, I'm giving one, I'm putting one out. Like, it is just like so tactical. As the game goes on, you can like discover what's in the deck because you're not using the whole deck and you're trying to figure out what other people are going for, and you're vying for control of these dice, and you can manipulate the ones you want to be worth more and the ones you don't want to be worth less. It's just great, I think. And it's like a bidding game. It's just there's so much to it for such a small game. It's delightful. And when I was ranking it, I was like, keep clicking it on Pub Meeple. It's like I haven't played it in 2 years, but like I really love it. I think it's great. And also, it's just a wonderful 3-player game, too. And that is, like, the thing that, like, I seek out these days. Like, I used to seek out more 2-player games. Now it's, like, best 3-player games. So if you have any recommendations, let us know. I'm currently in a game of Maria, which is on Rally of the Troops with Sam and Jeff.
Yeah.
It's a 3-player only game and a war game and, like, a heavy one that I've been wanting to acquire for a while. I don't know what the heck I'm doing on Rally of the Troops. A, I've never used that website before. B, I've never played the game. C, I didn't read the rule book. D, Sam didn't teach us. He was like, it's okay. And then he just immediately attacked Jeff. Like, come on, Sam. Jeff, you have my sympathies. I don't know.
He did this to us in Game of Thrones.
He always does it.
You remember that?
Yeah, he's like, here, play Game of Thrones with me. I will murder you. I will kill you. And that's what he does.
I'm not going to tell you how to play.
Yeah, I'm just going to destroy you. Yeah.
It's for his win-loss ratio.
Yeah, of course, he has to buff it up. You should teach yourself how to teach Game of Thrones and Maria instead of just bullying your friends.
Speaking of friends, I'm just kidding. We love Sam. Yeah, and we also love Jeff, who I'm about to talk about next. Jeff is my 23rd pick. Jeff from Number 23 for me is Undaunted.
Oh, okay.
Specifically, I've only played Normandy, but I've learned the rules to Callisto, which we were going to play tonight, and then we realized we should do our top 50.
You're welcome, listeners, viewers of the videos, because Doolin was resigned to doing a top 20 tonight. And also playing Undaunted Callisto. And I said, no, put that game away. We're doing a top 50.
Yeah.
And so here we are. I hope you comment. Thank you, Max.
I loved this.
I've brought the video to you. You comment, thank you, Max, for the top 50.
Yeah.
And I will feel loved, which is something that I have been missing.
Oh, that was sad. Anyway, Undaunted. It's this war game between two players. One of them, unfortunately, has to play the Nazis, and the other
Not
player...
in Callisto, I guess. What if it was?
It's not. So it's not. It's like it's capitalists versus the working class, essentially.
Okay.
Which. Nobody really wants to be the capitalist, like, awful, like, but it's better than being
working class. That's where he went with that.
Anyway, so we have to play the Nazis. Somebody has to play the Allies. But this game is like, the system is why I love it, and why I also think I'm going to love Callisto once we finally play it. It's why I think I'm going to love like any of the other campaigns we play. I played this with Jeff a long time ago when he actually came and visited. We played just him and I. He taught me how to play, and I fell in love with the game. I think that it's a nice. There's a nice push your luck and also like some dice combat, which brings some lightness to the game that I think a war game kind of needs.
Yeah.
But also a ton of strategy. A bunch of the different characters are incredibly unique. It's also a deck building game because you're trying to like build your deck with the most efficient cards possible. And I think this system beats out a lot of games that are similar to it, like what's the
Memoir 44.
Thank you. Wow.
I wasn't even listening to you.
In my brain. Memoir 44 is the game that I was thinking of. I think it easily beats that out. I think it beats out plenty of other like strategic dice rolling, attacking each other games because of the depth to it. I think that learning the game is very simple, and I think that you're going to attach yourself to Callisto real quickly. But on top of that, the system itself allows, and the campaign that you play through allows for you to learn as you go. So like it'll teach you how to play, and then it'll add some new troops, and then it'll add some new troops, and then it'll add some new scenarios, and like by the end of the game, you're playing this really complex game.
This is a game that I imagine will be my top 30.
It is in your top 30. Because you're naming it right now.
Talking about Undaunted.
Oh, are you really?
Yeah. No, like Undaunted.
It is in your top.
No, I'm saying this is the game you just talked about. Undaunted.
You think it will?
I think
be.
it will be in my top
Gotcha.
30 when I play it more. I thought you were bidding me. I thought that was a ruse.
I was like, because you said
This game might be my number 22 game of all time.
One, you've not played. Two, it might be. You know it is or not.
This game is my number 22 game of all time. You mentioned earlier it was my number 4 in 2021. That is Spirit Island. This is from Greater Than Games, published by them and designed by our Eric Roos.
Just to give us some
this
life.
is a wonderful asymmetric cooperative game.
It's true.
I just find it deeply thematic. I love the art. I love the abilities, the components, the look of the game. It is just like engrossing when you set it up on the table and you get in. I am the water. I am the wind. I am the bringer of dreams and nightmares. Like
Man, that sounds like
also, yeah,
the start to a song.
it does, yeah.
Honestly.
I am the walrus. Cuckoo, cuckoo. That just brings. We almost named our channel Yalris. We were dangerously close to being Yalris and not Tablenauts.
This is gonna
I think Warren told us that was a dumb move, and that might be the smartest thing he's ever said.
It's true.
Because
he said he hated it.
Tablenauts is a lot better than
Speaking
Yalris.
of, Warren was almost a part of Tablenauts.
He was in one video. And he wasn't even at the table. He was kneeling down.
Name us.
He was kneeling right here to be on camera.
There's like a slow-mo of him saying, Smarty. that I want to, like, I think about from time to time.
I love Spirit Island. I think it's wonderful. It has fallen quite a lot. We've not played it a lot. We mentioned the last time we played was just a few months ago, but before then, 2 years.
Yeah.
And this is just, I just love it. I think it is one of the more complex cooperative games, which just allows it to not be like, it can be quarterbacky in the sense that, like, I can be like, Doolin, can you do this?
Yeah.
But, like, I can't be like, Doolin, do this.
Because you have no idea what the other people do.
Like, the spirits are complex enough. There's too many things on the map. It is too difficult of a game, at least for us at our current skill level, to be like, Doolin, you should do this so that I can do that so we can do this. I'll be like, Doolin, I can do this. Can you also help me with this? And to me, that's like... That's a cooperative game.
Yeah.
I'm not telling you what to do. I'm asking if we can work together to accomplish our task. And I just think that this is one of the very best. It does have its faults. It can have some very anticlimactic endings.
True.
It's probably the biggest thing with Spirit Island, where you're like, oh, we won. Mm-hmm. We won. We can accomplish it. And oftentimes, that's how Spirit Island's going to end.
Yeah.
You're going to have a board, you're going to start to whittle things down, and you're just going to be like, you flip a card, and you're like, oh, it's going to spawn people there.
And we lose.
I think we do it. I think we win. Or I think we lose. Yeah. And it's just like, sometimes that can feel bad, but it's about the journey, not the destination.
Yeah.
And I think that playing Spirit Island is just so much fun. I
Very
love
strategic.
the powers. I love just all that you can accomplish. And I love how wildly different the spirits are. You
Completely,
can do something.
well, I almost say completely unluck, like not dependent on luck, but there is card flipping.
Card draw, yeah.
But like there's no dice rolling or anything
No.
like that. It's completely like...
It's like mathematical to a point once you get that down. Yeah, I love Spirit Island. It's great. It has fallen, but not as much as you. Idiot. That's my number 22.
My number 22 is a little bit higher than where Max had it. This is which is funny because it was on this list too, and it surprised me that it was lower for you.
Nemesis.
Yes, it is Nemesis by Awakened Realms, and a guy named Adam Kopinski. And Awakened Realms.
Oh, yeah, I said the wrong name earlier for designer. Sorry, everybody. You're correct. It is Adam Kopinski. As soon as you said that, I was like, I was wrong.
You mean AI was wrong?
Yeah, I tried to chat GPT this because it was taking forever, and I like looked at him and I was like, "Oh, this worked great." No, it didn't. It was like,
what if it just like made up names? Anyway,
and clearly that's one that slipped through the cracks because I only used it like 5 times, so like half of these are wrong.
But anyway, Nemesis is a movie in a game.
Yeah.
It's as close to maybe a horror game that you can truly play where you're genuinely scared. I mean, maybe not the only, but like it's definitely scary. Unless you play as a soldier, which is super fun. And you just
Doolin refuses
unload.
to play as anyone not the soldier.
In fact, in our last video, we mentioned that, and I say we need to let Max you play as a soldier, and we still haven't.
Haven't done that yet.
We need to do that though. It's amazing. It's an experience that you just got to be prepared that you might die immediately.
Yeah.
The game might last a really long time, or it might not last very long for you. But I get enjoyment, I think, out of watching other people play this game too, and seeing them miserable, or seeing them escape, or seeing them whatever. It's very fun.
Yeah, absolutely agreed. It's a wonderful game. It was my number 27. That's our first video crossover, I think.
Oh, like inside the video.
We've had crossovers so far, but the first video crossover.
Right.
My number 21 is a game you mentioned earlier, and a game that I didn't really expect to be this high. But in doing my Pub Meeple, I was like, it just kept winning, and I was like, I guess it's just a great game. And I've talked a lot about how much I love this game, and I had a rocky start with it the same way you did. But it's kept up for a while, and that is Blood Rage by Simon, designed by Eric and Lang.
Yeah, that's probably our biggest, like, after the first play we hated it, story.
Yeah, I have a whole video on the channel from years ago about like how many tries should you give a game before you give up, and it was in regards to Blood Rage because I think I played my first game and like was seated directly past the guy who was drafting Loki, and I didn't know much about Blood Rage, but what people had told me is that Loki is very strong, and so I was like hate drafting him. But I was also the one immediately after him.
So he was getting all...
And he was getting all the good ones anyways, which of course I didn't know that necessarily. I was just taking the Loki stuff. And then I just had nothing. And I think I spent 3 ages just doing nothing. And I was like, yeah, I can see that this is probably a good game, but that wasn't fun at all. But I've played it a lot now, and I think it's big complaints now, and why I'm a little surprised it's this high, and I wouldn't be surprised if it continues to fall over the coming years. Not drastically. I think it's always going to be a great game that I love to play. In fact, we're in a game on Board Game Arena right now. It's kind of reminding me how good it is. It's just that I kind of feel... it's not this, but I'm going to use this term lightly. It almost feels like it's solved. And I don't mean that, we're doing it 100% right. It's solved every time. But most games of Blood Rage feel similar to another game of Blood Rage.
That's fair.
That's kind of my big thing.
Yeah.
Is in the game as it stands, I've not played with, I don't think there are any expansions that add like drafting cards. There's expansions that add monsters and things like that, which I guess are stuff you could draft actually, so I'm incorrect about that. But like there's nothing that really muddles the draft pool, which is great in a way. We talked how highly about Inish in that regard. You're drafting the same stuff, but at the same time, it's just every time I play Blood Rage, the results and the feeling I get is similar, which is great. It's a constantly good experience, but like I'm also looking for games sometimes that are going to provide me a little more highs and lows, which is kind of sad to say, but like Blood Rage is consistently good, but it ain't had detention, nor is it won valedictorian. Like it's just like, that's fair. It's really good. It's like Teacher's Pet, almost a little too good.
Is it your highest Eric Lang trilogy game?
Trilogy game, yes. Between the three, Blood Rage is the highest for me. I didn't have Rising Sun. I like Rising Sun. It was nowhere near. And then Ankh was literally close. I think it was like 51. I mean, I could be misremembering, but it was like right there on the cusp. Yeah,
that's fair.
So Blood Rage, great game. Wouldn't be surprised if it dropped some. I don't ever see this dropping out of the top 50 though. It's really just delightful.
All right, my number 21 just missed the top 20.
What a shame.
It is one that I have given Game of the Year sticker to in 2021, I believe. 2021. And the campaign of this game came out this year, and that is Set a Watch. Love this game. I've talked in length about it, so I won't go into too much detail, but it is an incredible solo game, and I think if you are willing to get multiple like versions and get the campaign, the Doomed Run expansion is something incredibly special. It is an experience that is terrifying because at any point my run could be completely over and I have to start all over again. Not unlike Kingdom Death scary. Like it's like, man, like 5 sessions of 2 or 3 hours. I could just ruin everything. But it's amazing. Set a Watch is both strategic and fast-paced while also being just unique in the way that the card play happens, and then the like something really awful can happen while at the same time you feeling like you have enough to mitigate it. And it's D&D for a solo experience without the
which Lord knows you need.
Yeah, exactly. I need somebody else to kind of run the show for me. But Set a Watch is amazing. It's one of my favorite solo games of all time. And again, talked about it a lot.
Yeah, I'm very glad this is still in your list because it does feel very much like a Doolin game, right? Like there are going to be some other ones that you'll see that are like Mirroring a Mary King, stuff like that, that are like max championed games. Yeah, this is one of those for you, and so I'm happy that it's still top.
I don't know very many other people who ever talk about it, really. Me neither. And I don't know. I don't know why that is. It's great.
Good for you. Thank you for watching. This is our 30 through 21, and we will be back next time with our top 20 board games of all time. We're getting down close. Everybody, make sure you like the video if you haven't already. and join us next time when we get into our top 20.